Prepare for liftoff. It's time for a launch update. Hello again, Mr. Founder. Seems like a lot has changed since the last time we spoke. And I've been hearing some big news around town about the Kickstarter. Anything you want to say about that?
Yes, well, the first thing I would like to do is say thank you very much. Your support has been amazing. More than anything, it has just put it in us that we want to make this as good as it possibly can be. So, thank you. It means a lot, and really, we want to deliver something to you that you can be excited about, that you want to talk about, and we want to deliver it in a reasonable amount of time, preferably by March 2025.
That's great. Just make sure you don't spend it all at one place. Now, I've seen a lot of good suggestions floating around for the device. Are you taking any of these into account, or are things totally locked in?
So regarding the design of the BYOK, we've had lots of good suggestions regarding how it can function and how it can look. Basically, we are looking into all of those suggestions and trying to figure out what we should actually apply to the device. A lot of that is going to be determined by how much the community agrees with these suggestions. It will be important that we lock in this final design relatively quickly because we have pieces of the manufacturing beginning and we cannot hold that up too much in order to hit our March shipping date next year.
Here are some examples of the features being considered in the final device. Please feel free to send in your feedback to any of our social channels. Why am I seeing the words toilet shopping?
Oh, that was me.
Of course it was. Moving on. Let's talk about an elephant in the room. Language support. Will you be supporting languages other than English? And what about non-standard keyboard layouts?
The answer to that is typically yes, absolutely. We are not ignorant of the fact that many non-English speakers and non-standard keyboard layout writers are going to be using the BYOK. Right now, the process for implementing a new language is not that hard. We are basically creating the characters for the language on the actual device, and then with those characters, you can map them to the buttons on your keyboard. That's one way we're looking into it. The other way, which is a lot easier, is when your keyboard is connected, a lot of keyboards have the ability to allow the BYOK to automatically detect the characters that are being selected. So in a perfect world, we will have language support for your language, and it will automatically be detected when you connect your keyboard. And if anything changes, if something becomes more difficult than anticipated, we will keep you updated on that. So just kind of stay tuned with what we're saying. I don't want to mislead anyone, but I do want to give you the ideas of what we're thinking right now.
Gracias, mi amigo. You mentioned earlier that you would like to share more about BYOK's future. Specifically, your plans for making the device one that could be customized to fit anyone's personality. Could you tell the viewers a little bit about this?
So for this little segment,
For the upcoming section, I have been told to warn you that it will be filled with jump cuts due to the founder's incessant use of the word
More than anything, we want the BYOK to be something that you can personalize. We want it to feel like when you buy a BYOK, it works perfectly, it does everything you need it to do, but it's just a platform for you to personalize. It's pretty obvious that the BYOK is customizable as it is. You can make it your own by bringing your own keyboard. You can use a stand however you want, in any position you want. You can sit like this and then get super glue, put it here, put the BYOK right here,
No, cut it.
The two ways that we're thinking about implementing this customization potential is through accessories, physical accessories that you can buy that are not required to make the BYOK functioning. They're just add-ons that could improve the experience. I don't want to go into any of those yet, but we have many ideas. And then the other way is the software, or the firmware technically. And that's kind of what I want to focus on right now. So it has been requested that the BYOK is made open source. And that just means the code is open for anyone who wants to essentially make the BYOK work however they want it to work within the confines of the actual hardware. We are looking into this, but more specifically, I think we are leaning towards a combination. What we are thinking is to develop an API, which will allow tech-savvy people to come in and create plugins for the BYOK to make it more functional in different areas. For example, let's say you want a specific kind of timer on your BYOK. You could make a little plugin that allows that kind of timer to run on the BYOK right on the screen. We would just review the plugin, make sure it's not going to harm the device or the way it functions, then allow it to go up on some kind of plugin hub. That's what I'm hoping to implement. It's kind of good for everyone where you get more functionality out of your BYOK because people are making things at a rate that we could never make on our own internally. So that said, I would love to hear what you think. I thank you for your support on the Kickstarter. It is outstanding, and it's really making this a reality for us and for you. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.